How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Blade Bias. This is the Green Blades Balisong's Aero. A-E-R-O is how that's spelled, by the way. And it is a titanium balisong that is manufactured by Atropos, and it is designed by Green Blades Balisongs. And again, handheld video, because quick thoughts. It's pretty good. It's got a good momentum to it. It definitely has, like, oh geez, it flows pretty well. It's a little hefty, but it is a pretty good flipper overall. I mean, my preferences are not exactly this. I don't exactly like heavier, kind of slower balisongs like this. But everyone's different. A lot of people like different things. So I have tape on this right now because this thing comes absolutely disgustingly sharp, and I do not want to deal with that because I just don't really feel like it. Junior's chilling by the window, but the blade profile on this is similar to the Medusa, but it is different. It is a little more like spear. I don't know how to. It feels like a skinnier Medusa. Yeah, that's a decent way to describe it. It's a skinnier Medusa blade, which, yeah, it kind of follows the edge there basically. It's like a skinnier Medusa blade. I think the blade on this looks very cool. I like the kind of horned blades that we're seeing. Now the handles are very round, almost completely round, with the flat face like extending when you get up here, so it's a little more flat, and then down here it gets more and more round. Very interesting. Some people are gonna like it, some people aren't. I'm more of a blocky handle kind of guy, so it doesn't really fit my preferences, but it's cool regardless. It is safety T10 bits or safety T8 bits, safety T bits, one of the numbers, which is a huge L. I believe he is changing that. It does come with a cool case, which when you do get it, what am I even trying to say? Yeah, when you buy one, it does come with a cool case. It's like a hard case you can store a few balisongs in. So cool case, cool design. I do like the design. Now the main thing about this is that it is, the part that makes it good but also not good is that it is machined by Atropos. And it is very clearly machined by Atropos. In fact, if I showed this to most people in the balisong hobby, they would probably not even know that it wasn't an Atropos knife. They would probably guess it is an Atropos knife. That is because it is very, very strongly in Atropos's language. The machining looks like Atropos. It feels like Atropos. And on one hand, that is a good thing, because if you like Atropos knives, then you're probably going to like this. On another hand, it's not a good thing, because I feel like it loses a little bit of its personality, because this is a brand new maker who is making a knife that unfortunately looks like it came directly from somebody else. And that is kind of unfortunate. Now, granted, if this was an Atropos knife, this would be one of the cooler Atropos knives, because this thing is pretty dope. But it definitely, you can tell that it was machined and manufactured by Atropos. The Zen pin nipple is huge. I would love to see that be not so big. But I believe he has already addressed the screw issue. He's changing it to regular T10 bits. The actual flipping of this, if you're a fan of rounded handles, it's probably going to be very nice for you. It's a little hefty, but it carries momentum very well. And the extra tip weight for the blade makes it so a lot of things just go. Like fans just kind of, I'm not used to it, so it's a little weird. But fans just kind of go. They just do their thing. They just fan. So it's a very fun knife to flip. Grip wise, it is decent on the front of the handles, not good on the side of the handles, because not only is it completely flat and there's nothing there, but also since it's round, it's kind of weird to grip. There's just really like Like, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool knife. But realistically, would I buy this and add this to my collection? Not really. If you're an Atropos fan and you like that style of knives, then sure. But I don't know. It needs some improvements. Like, it needs some more pizzazz, because right now the blade is really cool, but the handles are like, like there's just not much going on. And for me, I'm a big value guy, so when it comes to adding something to my collection, it needs to provide something that my other knives don't, and there's really not much that I can think of that this provides that my other knives do not. The only major thing is that the handles are basically completely round, which, like I've said, for some people that is enough to make them want to buy it immediately. For me, that is enough to make me not want to buy it immediately, because I do not like round handles very much. But the actual flipping experience, is fairly fun. It is a pretty cool looking knife. Just really not for me personally. I think some people are gonna really like it, but yeah, it's not for me personally. I do think it just looks like another Atropos knife, which is kind of unfortunate, but that is, I guess, just the way it be. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you to Green Blades for including me in the pass round. I am technically the last person in the pass round. I have had this for a little while, because right as it got to me was when I started like moving and working a lot, and like life got crazy. So I've had this for longer than I am supposed to. My apologies. But as I wrap up these videos, it will be going back to its rightful owner. So, cool knife. I think it needs a little bit more of like a Green Blades personality, because right now this kind of just looks like an Atropos knife, and it feels like an Atropos knife. So I definitely think you can have it machined by whoever you want and still have it be very your personality. You know, I think this is just a little bit too on the side of just being an Atropos collab, basically. That's what it feels like to me. It feels like an Atropos collab. Doesn't feel like a knife that just happens to be manufactured by him. So, yeah. But that's just me. If you like that stuff, you like that stuff. If you don't like that stuff, you don't like that stuff. Varies from person to person, as most Balisongs do. But it's a cool knife for what it is. It is pretty cool looking, and if you are a collector and just somebody who likes to have a lot of interesting looking knives, the blade on this is definitely basically enough to warrant that. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. I will send this back to the rightful owner very, very soon. And yeah, that's about it. See you guys.